to go into too much detail, but it is. Because at that point, like if it's the 5th movie and it's not doing like numbers,
chestnut roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your...
Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Joy. Today we're going to be talking about some movies and rating them and ranking them. Specifically, we're going to be discussing classic Christmas movies. So I compiled a list of some of the classic Christmas movies that first came to my mind that I've watched before, whether like recently or not very recently. So I'm going to be putting them into a little ranking system that I made.
The time of the year now, you got people falling in love.
So the first order of business that we want to get into today is to discuss our levels for ranking. I'm going to start with my like A++ level that I've titled Home for the Holidays. In this category, these are going to be like my ultimate favorite Christmas movies to watch that I don't mind watching every year. For my next tier, this is going to be like, I give it like a grade of a B. So it's going to be titled 'Tis the Season. And these movies are just like, they almost made it into being into my favorites. These are the movies that usually I just watch because like 'tis the season, it's Christmas, so you're gonna watch these movies. And up next for category C, this is gonna be like the mid category. So I don't lean one way or another. I know it's not my favorite, but I don't want to rank it high. I don't want to rank it low. So this one's gonna be called It's a Good One, a Great One even. Category D, this is going to be titled Jingle All the Way, Away From Me. Because these are the movies that are probably like popular, but I wouldn't choose to watch these movies if they were just on already or someone else had chosen to watch them. I'll watch it, but it wouldn't be my first choice. And last but not least, we have category F. Category F is special because these movies are ones that are not that redeemable for me. This category is going to be titled Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. Because for some Christmas movies, it's just that time to let it go. Those are my 5 categories that I have for today. So let's get into ranking classic Christmas movies. So our first movie is going to be A Christmas Carol, the 2009 version with Jim Carrey.
Merry Christmas to you, Bob.
Okay, this movie is basically about Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge, and he is kind of like a Christmas Grinch. In the movie, he gets visited by like 3, I think it's like ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future, and they kind of take him throughout his life and show him at different stages of his life in order to get him to stop being so bitter and grinchy about Christmas. I like movies that have to do with like, I don't know, I think it has good character development. He was a Grinch at first, towards the end, his heart is a little bit softer. So I like the movie. I want to give it a B or a C, but because I haven't watched it recently, I don't know if I would put it in B. So for now, I'm gonna put it in C category. It's a good one, a great one even. Up next we have Christmas with the Kranks, the 2004 comedy with Tim Allen.
Hi, Mommy.
It's Mommy! How are you? Where are you?
I'm in Miami, and I'm coming home for Christmas.
What?
Are you guys surprised?
I'm stunned.
Surprised.
We landed about an hour ago.
Oh, that's great!
What do you mean, we?
Well, I have another wonderful surprise.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
I'm with Enrique.
What's a Rique?
So Christmas with the Kranks is basically about this couple who, I guess they're finally like empty nesters for the holidays, and they decide to go on this cruise or something to the Caribbean. Since they're going to travel during the holidays, they don't want to decorate their house or put so much effort into decorating since they're not going to be home for the holidays. But this doesn't sit right with their neighborhood. The fact that they're not decorating for the holidays kind of makes them look like a Grinch. It ends up that is coming back for the holidays, and they don't just tell her that they're going to go on, that they're planning to go on a trip. They end up, I don't know, they just decide to not go on the trip because their daughter's coming home, but they had planned this trip. So there's that. So because it's funny and I like it, I'm gonna put it in category B, 'Tis the Season. All right, the 2006 movie Deck the Halls with Danny DeVito.
Who's your daddy? Oh God, I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy. Ah!
A man and his family, they already live in their settled town, and every year I guess he's the best house for Christmas, and he's the best house on his block. So it's another one of like those neighborhood kind of rivalry competition movies. This one I actually put in category C. It's a good one, a great one even. I like it. I think it's funny. It could go either way for me. Up next we have Elf. All right, Elf is a pretty old movie actually. 2003 movie with Jim Carrey. My bad. 2003 movie with Will Ferrell. Basically Elf is about a man who's not actually an elf. He gets like taken away with elves, or like he grows up with elves. Basically just acting like a big man child. I know this is a very very classic Christmas movie, a big favorite for a lot of people, but it's not my cup of tea. That is gonna have to be our first movie to go in the F category. It's gonna have to go in F, and I think it's time to let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay, the next one that we have is not a common one anymore, I guess, but it's one that I did remember watching when I was younger. So this one is called Eloise at Christmastime, and it's kind of based off of the movie, or I don't know if remember if it was a series or a movie, but it was called Eloise at the Plaza. It's this young girl who lives in a hotel, and she gets into like all this kind of like mischievous adventures. So I remember enjoying it a lot as a kid, probably because it reminded me of Zack and Cody, of like that concept of them just living in a hotel and getting into trouble. But this one I'm gonna actually put in B category, 'Tis the Season. Even though I haven't been watching it that frequently, I feel like it used to be my favorite when I was younger. And so even though it's not now, I feel like I can watch it and still acknowledge, still appreciate. So Eloise at the Plaza is gonna go in 'Tis the Season. Fred Claus, the 2007 movie about Santa and his brother Fred. I like movies that I guess just expand on the Santa kind of fictional narrative, especially when they do it in like a funny and unique way. So I feel like this movie does that. I ranked this one in B category actually, 'Tis the Season. So that's pretty high for a movie that I haven't watched this month. So I'm gonna leave it there for now, and let's keep Fred Claus in 'Tis the Season. Next we have the 2011 Disney Channel original movie, Good Luck Charlie, It's Christmas.
You think I'm gonna let my daughter get off the plane by herself? You want to tell me how to be a parent? You want to go there?
No, ma'am. No, I don't. Here's your free ticket.
Wait, did I put in the movie in A category before? No. So Good Luck Charlie, It's Christmas is actually gonna go in A category because it is just one of my favorites, and it's a very like fun, adventurous movie. And I just like it. I don't mind watching it every year. So Good Luck Charlie, It's Christmas is going in home for the holidays. Next up we have Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. The animated version came out in 2000. So this movie I have not watched in so long. I probably have watched it, yeah, when I was younger as a kid, but I've not watched it as of recently. My sisters have watched it recently, and they told me that watching it was just like they forgot how funny it was and that they were really cracking up at it. So I want to take their word for it. Originally I had it ranked in the D category, Jingle All the Way Away From Me, but I think because they said it's very funny, I'm gonna bump it up to C category because I haven't watched it yet, so I can't tell. I haven't watched it yet as of recently. I really don't remember it. So I'm gonna put it in C category, straight down the middle. It's a good one, a great one even. Home Alone, the OG, the original, the very first Home Alone.
Merry Christmas, little fella. We know that you're in there and that you're all alone.
Yeah, come on, kid, open up. It's Santa Claus. And it's Elf.
We're not gonna hurt you.
No. Got some nice presents for you.
Be a good little fella now and open the door.
Home Alone is great. Home Alone is great. And I don't even have to go into too much detail, but it is. It's just about this boy, Kevin, who literally gets left home alone while his ginormous family of like 15 people go on a vacation halfway across the country, or I don't even know if they go to, they're rich, so they fly like 15 or 20 of them out to Florida. One of the movies was Paris. They fly somewhere. Kevin's left home alone. There are two criminals, Harry, Mauve. They're trying to rob their house, their mansion, and Kevin's not gonna let that happen. Kevin is actually not gonna let that slide. But yeah, Home Alone is just a great movie. It's funny. It's home for the holidays, so Home Alone is going and staying in category A. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Kevin's not here.
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 Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here.
What?
Same cast as Home Alone 1. It's going in A. Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York is going in A category. So anything after Home Alone 2 is a blur and a mix. So I'm gonna rank all the Home Alones. Maybe I'll just do it now. I was gonna rank them at the end since they're not really classics, but let's just rank them all now. Home Alone 3, I have to like look up the specific cast so I can remember which one it was about. But that's the one, it has like Scarlett Johansson, and then I think the main kid's name is Alex Linz. This movie came out in 1997, so I think it's probably like the first remake of Home Alone at its time. I'm just gonna rank these kind of like fast because I don't even remember how to explain half of these. Home Alone 3 is gonna go in D category. Jingle All the Way Away from Me. I don't want to throw it out because it's the third one, and I feel like after the first and second one, seeing how big of a hit it was, I understand why it was remade at the time because the franchise was huge. It still is. Home Alone 4, Taking Back the House. I looked these all up like 3 weeks ago, and I looked up all the movies and the trailers and stuff, but Home Alone 4, I ranked it also in D category. I'm surprised I didn't put it in F. Jingle All the Way Away from Me. I understand why the movie is remade so much. Apparently, there's a Home Alone 5 called The Holiday Heist. That one I did put an F because at that point, like if it's the 5th movie and it's not doing like numbers, it's time to throw it out. But surprisingly, the most recent remake of Home Alone is called Home Sweet Home Alone. It came out last year on Disney Plus, and I watched it last year with my family, and it was actually pretty funny, like to watch for the first time. It had one of the original characters from the original movie. It had Buzz. I think he was like the cop in this newest movie. So that one deserves by me to be bumped up. So I put it in C category. It's a good one, a great one even. It was, I will say, well, Home Alone, I feel like all of them have always been kind of violent, but this one, like, the kid was a little bit concerning to me because Home Alone, you're supposed to like play a little bit of tricks, like maybe put some marbles out, let them slip on some marbles, but like this kid, I feel like he was really trying to end the criminals. So that was the only thing that would prevent me from ranking it higher. Maybe all Home Alones are like that, and I just realized it with this one because it was very modern and current. Another Jim Carrey Christmas classic, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Hello, little girl.
How dare you enter the Grinch's lair! The impudence, the audacity, the unmitigated gall! You've called out.
I feel like the Grinch is unapologetically the Grinch. He doesn't care if you're an adult, he doesn't care if you're the president of the town, or if you're Cindy Lou Who. He is that one. I don't even need to go into depth. We already know it's going in A, and it's staying in A. Home for the Holidays. Just a piggyback. Just to add on to, since we did How the Grinch Stole Christmas, I might as well just talk about the remake that recently came out in like a few years ago in 2018, Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. That one I did go and see in theaters. I remember it was just fun to watch, like just to see that movie remade. But I think now I just put it in Jingle All the Way Away From Me. Even though it was a good one, it was great at the time, I don't think they need to remake The Grinch again. Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. So this one came out in 1996. I feel like all Christmas movies, classic ones, are just like all like crazy adventures. There's always some type of like rivalry. I don't know, but all Christmas movies, now that I'm reviewing them, kind of all have the same underlying theme of just a competitive chaos. I don't know. This one, it just has to be on in order for me to watch it. Unironically, it is gonna go in the category Jingle All the Way Away From Me, but I know it's a Christmas classic and I know it's a big favorite for some people. Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh, 2008, Nickelodeon. Does Nickelodeon have like a Nickelodeon channel original movie? I don't think that's their thing. That one for me is going home for the holidays. There's so much going on in that movie. I'm probably not even gonna do it justice trying to explain it to you right now. All right, we're getting down to our last few movies. I've been talking for a while. The Nightmare Before Christmas. I'll just tell you what I ranked it right away. This one I ranked it an F. I just never really got into it. I couldn't tell if it wants to be a Halloween movie or if it wants to be a Christmas movie. I don't think the two concepts need to overlap. There's another new movie that's coming out this year. It's called like Violent. I saw like ads for it. Too many ads I never asked to see. Violent Night instead of Silent Night. Christmas doesn't have to be horrific. Not that Nightmare Before Christmas is, but I'm just gonna rank it low. The Polar Express, I actually just watched this last night, so it's fresh in my mind. Honestly, after rewatching it last night, I ranked these a while ago, like I said. But after rewatching it, I kind of want to rank it lower, but I'm just gonna keep it where it's at. The whole time I was watching it last night, like I was just like, I can't tell if this is a real movie or not, because the animations are just, it's like they want to be real characters, but it's animated, and then when they talk, like their face isn't moving that much. The Polar Express is a classic, and I do like the like theme song of the Polar Express. It's a good movie, and I'll keep it in B category tis the season. One more Christmas series to go, Santa Claus. The first one came out in 1994. The Santa Claus is going to be ranked in D category, Jingle All the Way Away From Me. I know. It's a classic, but it's not my classic. I think maybe because it just comes on too much, and I don't enjoy it enough to watch it a lot. The Santa Claus 2, that one came out in 2002, and I ranked it the same as well. Last but not least, we have the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. That one came out in 2006, and I ranked it higher. I ranked it in Tis the Season, so I gave it a B. And I ranked it there because, I don't know, I think that's actually, yeah, it's just my favorite one out of the three if I had to choose. We have ranked them all, and that's really my take. So I'll put my final, like a picture of my final ranking up on the screen. Let me know what are your guys' favorite Christmas movies. Let me know also if there's any type of other category that you would be interested in seeing me rank. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, and that's a wrap. Merry Chrysler.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.